Well, a
So
friend of mine loaned me one, but I really don't know much about it other than what I have read online about it. It sounds intriguing, but I'm not sure how to use it in particular
yeah,
as far as how strong.
okay. So real quick, just so you understand why you're using it. Okay. So say we have a little kid, because we may have all experienced this. All right. And the little kid bangs their knee, right? Ow, mommy. Right? So their knee hurts and they're crying, and mommy runs over and rubs their knee. Okay. So we have in that knee and everywhere we've got nerves called C fibers that will run from the knee up to the brain. Okay, and it's more than just one nerve, but this just makes it easy to draw. This isn't the correct neurologic pathway, so to speak. So there's C fibers, and that's what's telling the brain my knee hurts. That's why the kid's crying. So mommy runs over, and mommy will take her hand, and her hand isn't this big, her hand isn't swollen, but she'll rub that knee, right? She'll rub the knee. Oh, Johnny, it's okay. And when you rub the skin and the joint of the knee, there's receptors in those areas that are called that are A fiber, respond to A fiber nerves, and the A fiber nerves also run up to the brain. Okay, and the A fiber nerves run at like 280 plus miles per hour, and the C fiber nerves are slower. Okay, and the A fiber nerves are myelinated, meaning they have myelin sheaths on them, which is a fatty covering. Okay, so C fibers are unmyelinated, they do not have that. So when a C fiber is transmitting a message to the brain, it has to go the whole length of the nerve, slow. Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, and there we are. But if your A fiber transmits a message because of these fatty myelin sheaths, it gets the skip space. It goes boing, 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 boing. Here we are. So it's faster. Okay. And you're like, who cares? This is nerdy. Well, mom may not know neurology, but her rubbing the knee, the rubbing sensation, that's out competing the pain to the brain. So kid feels better sooner, kid stops crying, mom's not as stressed out, everyone's happier. Okay, so if we can activate when we're in pain, if the pain fibers are the C fibers, if we can activate the A fibers to beat the C fibers to the brain, we can reduce pain. Okay, because these inhibit the C fibers, these basically block it. Okay, so the TENS unit is doing that. The TENS unit activates A fibers, and so it helps reduce and or inhibit pain while you have it on. Once you take the TENS unit off, it's the pain will be there. It's not healing you, but it's giving you some relief for the time that you use it. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
so, so it's only
It's a
working
pain reliever.
while you're using it.
Correct.
I see.
Yeah. So that can be useful, when you're sitting at dinner or watching TV or something, you don't want to feel the pain if it's chronic pain, right? But yeah, it's not necessarily healing you. So, but there are different ways to use e-stim. TENS is one way. There's other ways where you can use it to kind of strengthen muscle. So, muscles have a lot of movement and exercise stimulates A fibers. So in arthritis, there's a saying: if it hurts to move and it hurts not to move, move, because there's all kinds of benefits to moving that you don't get when you're not moving. But moving helps you inhibit pain, and muscle movement and joint movement activates different muscle spindles and Golgi tendon organs that have this inhibitory effect on the C fibers. So you can use the TENS unit to inhibit pain just by having it on and kind of feeling the electricity. But if you turn it up so that the muscle is kind of contracting, and you don't mind that contraction, and that's not hurting more, then that can help inhibit the pain further and actually strengthen the muscle.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
you just have to, play with it on your own with the settings and say, okay, how high can I go, and do I like it, or is this too high? So start at the 0 and turn it up slowly until you get to that happy medium of like, hey, the muscle's bouncing and I can handle it. If you might be at a point right now, if the pain's too high, that there any muscle bounce is intolerable to you at this point. So then you could, start low and build over time.
And about how long do you think it should be used, or does that just depend on the threshold of how long it can be tolerated?
Yeah, it's again, it's kind of like you're using the TENS unit instead of an NSAID medication. So it's a pain reliever. So it's just how long do you want the relief, while it's on. And then if you're going to use it to like muscle contraction, if you're going that way, I wouldn't go over 10-15 minutes at a time.
Okay. And it comes with 2 sticky pads.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm assuming one goes where the pain is, but where does the other one go?
If you're, this varies depending on what you're trying to treat and things, but if the knee hurts, if it's the knee, say, then you might want to put, you might want to put one sticky pad on the quad above the knee, and you could put the other one where it hurts, or you could put it below the knee, on the muscle below the knee, in the shin somewhere. So you can basically cross the joint with the pad, so you're getting electricity crossing the joint. So you don't necessarily need it to be on the pain spot for it to be helping the pain spot, because the
Okay.
electricity isn't only under the pad. Like there's communication. So some units have 4 pads, and so you would set, 2 of them are red and 2 of them are black. So if it were a person's low back, you might set it like this, so you get cross stimulation. So you're actually treating this whole area, not just where the pads are.